Just trying to make sure that you guys getting any audio from. You're not. At least I don't think you are. Let's see. You guys getting any audio from. You're not. At least I don't think you are. Let's see. Oh, you are. You're getting audio from Hytale. Okay. Then we're good to go. Quick stream setup. Quick stream setup. Kind of crazy. Let's close this. Try and make all my thumbnails, chat. Alright. Load the stream on the side, that way I can send it out to you guys. Alright. I'm good, man. trying to make it so you don't see the... Okay. Sorry. I don't want you guys to have like black bars. Alright. So, last time I was on, I was working to try and kill these guys called Outlanders and collect some shadow weave cloth. Whether or not... If I go full screen, my mouse disappears. Whoa. Actually, you know what now? We'll do this guy. Oh, come on. We're going first person for this. Because I am out of practice. Oh my gosh. That's interesting. Okay. Streamlabs just does not like games like this going full screen. Curiouser and curiouser. Hello. Whoa! You were just on the ground. Hate to be that guy. Get back down. Alright. There's also some crazy biome over there. So, I was researching, because there's like very little on this game right now. It's like this is like old school gaming at its finest. There is very little information on anything about this game. So, because it came out yesterday. So, we kind of have to figure out everything on our own, which is fine. So, it looks to be that there are 4 zones, right? With mobs of varying difficulty. And they're biome based. So, the first zone is just the grasslands like area, right? And zone 2 and zone 2 is the desert. Zone 3 is this icy biome, and then zone 4 is that, like, if you saw like the lava-ish area over there that I was looking at. So I didn't know that until last night after I got off. And turns out I just completely skipped zone 2. And just went right into zone 3. So because it's such a collection-based game, that means that there's a ton of stuff that I kind of missed out on in zone 2. So we're going to have to go find a desert biome. Where's my house? Oh. Very far away. Should I hit this? I don't know what this is. Is there any mobs around here? Besides that bear that's sleeping. Doesn't look like it. Okay. Poisoned log. Nothing incredible. We'll go over here. Is there a second chest? Did I miss something? I did. Ice log. Thorium bars. I don't even have a shield, so I guess that's kind of cool, I guess. I gotta go home. I've been out for a while. Trying to collect Shadow Weave, and I collect a whole bunch of it. Rather not fight these guys. You can kind of just B-hop, not gonna lie. Since this doesn't use durability on your tools. What are you? Oh! Perhaps no. Perhaps not over there. Missed my parkour. Sitting on my headphones cord. Come on. Yeah, so with these you can either use them to do like the aerial dash, or you can dash down into the floor and B-hop. That's the two things that I found to be the most useful. Ugh. Stuck in moss. Whoa. Took no fall damage from that? Alright, we're in the swamp. Sorry. I had no idea if I'd seen that before. Look like a dodo bird. Alright. This is the temple. Lost my momentum from that. Oh! I'm losing my momentum. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna have to replace my things sometime soon. Which is fine. It's got cobalt, thorium. Got some moss to put in there. Okay. Put linen scrap away. Alright, stone away, sticks away. Okay, besides that. Okay. Let's... Well, these logs I've never seen before. And I need these azure logs for an upgrade I'm working on. On the armor table? Yes. We need medium leather, that. Okay, so we have all that. 100, we have all that. Okay. Boom, we have that. Let's grab half of this, 20. Alright, we needed the 100 azure wood. And 20 medium leather, which I know is being made right now, if I remember correctly. Oh, I keep getting caught. Okay. Where's my... Cool. I'll put these back. Cool. 20 medium leather. And then... Put this back. That's it. Alright. It's So now we can upgrade our armor table to tier 2. Which means we can craft ourselves the cobalt and thorium armor sets, which are both pretty heavily expensive. We are going to focus on cobalt, though, because it has more physical strength, while thorium is poison resistance, which I don't necessarily think I need. Not going to lie. Oh, shoot, this is the wrong chest. Let's check out what our shiny new armor looks like. Very cool. Very, very cool. Okay. And we'll put thorium in here. Does the thorium daggers give poison? Because that would be awesome. I'll decorate my place with these statues. I stole a whole bunch of them. Yo! Chill out. You have to hang a banner. You can't put it up. What? Wait, what? Alright, well. You can't. So what did they get placed on? Right. They can only get placed on the ground. Alright, well. Let's not do anything with that right now. Alright, so the thorium daggers, which I'm sure I need to upgrade my stuff for. Absolutely, 100%. Because I don't think I have enough to make them. Blacksmith anvil. Yeah, I need to upgrade it. So you need 20 iron, 15 venom sac. I might not have the venom sac. I do not. Okay. Those are from spiders and snakes. So. Which is fine, because then at least I can make tier 2 equipment. So I can make a new bow, as well as a new daggers. Kind of hoping the thorium daggers give you... You know what? We're going to explore this way. We're going to explore... You know what? Yeah, we'll go left. That's fine. I've only gone up. And that's where I found the snow biome. So I need to find the desert biome. That's the thing. I need to find the desert biome. It's zone 2. Chad, I think I need a cup of coffee. I'm not gonna lie to you. I like this game a lot. It's so for... I'm not gonna lie, it's $20, okay? Early access game, so obviously things are unfinished. I have played quite the few early access games in my time. There is one thing that this game does that a lot of other games don't, which I really appreciate. I have never seen you before. Hello? What do you drop? Fish. This game has marked what is early access and what isn't. So, or sorry, what is coming soon, right? Which I know a lot of games do that, right? So hear me out when I'm talking. There are entire sections that have these work in progress signs, okay? Which, for a game that is in early access, it is nice to know what they're working on, right? Because I'm not going to lie. I am someone who's played quite the lot of Hypixel Skyblock, okay? Which is why I was very excited to know that this game was finally coming out. I've played a ton of Hypixel Skyblock. And they are consistent, and the development team at Skyblock, which, if I'm pretty sure, one of the lead developers of Skyblock, who made most of the very, very good updates, some of the more popular, very nice updates in Skyblock, is actually in charge of a lot of the stuff here, right? Miniclune. If they keep that kind of like vigor with their updates and things like that, I think this game could do very well. Okay, they are trying very hard to move away from the Minecraft narrative, which I think is a good choice. Okay, I have a criticism on the stylization of the game, which I know it's very hard these days to make a game that is a voxel block-based game and make it not look like Minecraft. I think they did well with the mobs and everything. The mobs absolutely do not look like Minecraft. They all have custom everything, okay? And they're not stuck to like the regimented blocky nature, right? They have a lot more like detail and design. That's a good thing, right? Because Minecraft mobs historically, I mean, all pretty much look very similar. I always appreciate that. And I mean, what else? I'm blanking. I had a whole entire list of stuff in my brain. But I just got off playing Grounded. Was the game that I played for quite some time, more than recently. And you know, it kind of got me into like the survival setting in a different way, right? Because whenever I grew up with Minecraft, right? As did most people. And so whenever I think of a survival game, think of Minecraft. So to know that, what are you? Are you tough? No. Oh, you're a Trork. Oh, I have Trork duels. That makes sense. So you guys were supposed to spawn. They were likely supposed to spawn over in the other place that I was at. Okay, that's interesting. Oh my gosh, I lost my train of thought. So, Grounded introduced me to a whole new style of survival game that is, you know, kind of the more regimented, rooted survival, because as far as I've pretty much found out, Minecraft leans more towards the sandbox than the survival, so it's actually not really built like other survival games are. But this is kind of built like a normal survival game, right? The RPG functionality a little bit, as you have kind of, you know, it leans slightly into the class-based RPG functionality, and I like that. I like that it's kind of open to interpretation on what you can really do. Oh. And especially with the grindy nature. That was something that made me fall in love with Skyblock, was it's grindy, right? And this is a grindy game, right? I mean, I don't know if they meant it to be, but it is, right? Mobs don't necessarily drop. Mobs don't necessarily drop a ton of stuff. Okay, for instance, what did I need? 20. I needed 20 venom sacks to be able to do what I'm looking at right now. And what are you? Sorry, you're gonna catch me saying that a lot. Each mob's only dropping, you know, 1. Have I fought you before? Whoa! Alright, we gotta take these little guys out first. Oh, you're tough. There's one. They drop fire shards. Okay. Better catch my first death. I didn't expect to really need my bow the whole time. Oh, he dropped some good stuff. Whew. Okay. I need to go get 20 venom sacks. Each mob's only dropping 1, and as far as I know, I don't think there's a looting. I mean, at least not at this stage, right? To get to where you need to be. I mean, I don't know if there's a way to put looting on your stuff, but there's definitely not at this stage in the game. At endgame, there might be. But it has that, like, I need to go out and kill a ton of these mobs and get this stuff. It also has the forced adventure, which I can't tell if I enjoy. Because what really makes games like this hyper successful is allowing players to play it how they want. Right? Allowing players to kind of play the game in whatever fashion they like. Okay? Which is kind of what's great about the items. Right? You can really play and use the items however you want. But the forced needing to go out and explore the entire endless world around you. If you're a player that sits and builds and is like a homebody, you're never going to get far in the game. But, I mean, this... It has, if you've played Skyblock, right? This is kind of like, and I'm kind of seeing it when they're trying, like the way they're talking about it, the way Simon acts on Twitter. This is kind of trying to be a spiritual, like, cousin to Skyblock, right? Hytale's original concept was the idea of them being able to make that RPG grindy style game without the restriction of needing to abide by Minecraft. Right? So, I think in that regard, they've succeeded. Ugh, poison. And I'm very excited to see what's coming. And I'm curious to know how often they'll update it. Right? Because they put out the first patch already. I mean, the first patch went out day 1. So I'm very curious to see how often they update it. You know, if they're going to do, you know, a more controversial thing that Minecraft has currently done is they've switched from the large game updates to smaller game drops, right? So in the past, we would have gotten larger game updates similar to, let's say, the Nether update, or, I mean, even like old school the End update. Caves and Cliffs was their last large-scale update, and it put too much pressure on them, and they just decided, hey, we're not going to do large updates anymore, we're going to do little game drops. So you get more of them, more updates, but they're smaller. So it makes me think, if is Hytale going to be doing the... What am I looking at right now? Is that zone 4? I have a feeling. I have a feeling. I don't have enough gear to go over there. I'm curious to see if Hytale does the large-scale game updates, or if they want to lean towards... That's a ominous-looking area. Alright, well, we're on a giant peninsula, so... Because I'm not going to lie, I think what this game needs is game drops. Minecraft, I think, needs big updates. People are going to play Minecraft no matter what. And the issue with them doing game drops is when there's a large update for Minecraft, when they add, let's say, they updated the Nether, right? When they added caves and cliffs, okay? I at least know me and my friends got together and sat and did our 2-week Minecraft phase. That's what signaled it. That's what cued it, right? But now with these large or these smaller game drops that only add bundles or that add baby animals or things like that, I don't feel the urge to want to go play Minecraft from that. Like, that doesn't make me want to go out and say, hey, I'm gonna hop off Fortnite and I think we should go start a new Minecraft world. And that's what they lose from that. Hytale, I think, with as many things that need to be worked on, with as many issues that it has, especially because it's since an early access, right? Since we're dealing with a game that is like just come out, I think that it's best if they do smaller game drops to fix issues that arise, as well as add things. Green apple. Fix things that arise, and be able to provide a better, more consistent experience for all their players. I've seen this on Twitter a ton. I'm pretty sure this is a work in progress thing. So, like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, if I go in here... Actually, let me kill the spider first. Work in progress. One at the under construction sign. Which I'm pretty sure you can give to, if you collect one, you can give one to a girl in the Forgotten Temple shop. Right, so I just clicked at an under construction sign. I saw a guy with a dev item earlier on Reddit, and I kind of want to find it. They accidentally put a dev workstation in a build. It's the kind of stuff you want to grab before they patch it out. But yeah, I was expecting them to release something that felt like half a game. And I don't think they did. Okay? I mean, the survival, I mean, I'll sit there and I can get all the way up to netherite in a day, and pretty much anyone can in Minecraft, right? This requires a shit ton of grinding, okay? A lot of stuff to do. A lot of things you can work on. The one thing is, and I'll have to check it when I go back, but I'm pretty sure you can do everything through one avenue of gameplay, which is kind of not a good thing. So like just by exploring and by killing and by upgrading your weapons, you can pretty much unlock everything in the game. Which is something that is not the case in Skyblock. Right? You need to do your whoa. Why are there cave mobs here? Okay, well. To upgrade the blacksmith, you should need mining materials. To upgrade the farm workbench, you should need farming materials. I think farming needs a major rework. I don't know if it's intentional, but like I don't know if it's like a placeholder or if they actually intend for this to be the way it is. But farming right now, if you farm crops, it'll give you essence of life, and that's it. It doesn't give you the actual crop, like the seeds for the crop. So you can't replant it. You have to go take the essence of life back to a shop in the Forgotten Temple and trade for the seeds there, which I find like that's not, it's tedious, right? No one wants to do farming if it involves that much work. Or, more simply, in the Memories tab, add a remote Forgotten Gateway. Right. If you really want that to be the case, add a way to travel in and out of the Forgotten Temple dimension easily, without having to travel all the way to the temple. Right. You shouldn't be forced to have to base near the temple. Which obviously there's temples all over. So you're never far from one. But at the same time. But the movement I think they've mastered. I'm not gonna lie. They have some very, very unique movement in this game. I don't know how I'm gonna get this many inks that the poison glands. Oh. Oh. That hurt. That hurt quite a bit. I'm also a big fan of RNG, which is something that's like a hot take in the world of gaming. But I think that like, and I really like the Skyblock variation of RNG. Like they did some pretty good like RNG stuff, especially for drops for bosses. And I know they're working on dungeons and everything. So, I mean, that's obviously like going to come, but I'm hoping there's an RNG aspect to it. But I think there could be so many opportunities for cool things, right? And I think that's something that Minecraft kind of never took advantage of. Something Minecraft never necessarily took advantage of. Um, which is just the element of RNG and being able to add things because of their audience, predominantly children, right? I think that Hytale for things like, let's say, the scrapping, right? You can scrap items. They have the opportunity to be like, okay, well, let's see, you're scrapping tier 2 items or something like that, right? There's a 1% chance that this specific kind of thing drops when you're scrapping an item, right? Stuff like that. Mob drops, boss drops, okay? Rare drops are awesome, okay? And they don't need to be critical to the game's progress, but something that's like a memento, right? And I thought with the memory system that they were going to add a bestiary. Like, I thought it's kind of a bestiary, right? Like, I thought they were going to add bestiary. And if they did add a bestiary, add rewards onto it. Bronze trophy, silver trophy, gold trophy, right? Kill this many of this mob, right? That's the kind of stuff that I feel like would be helpful, right? That are like that's not like a required addition, but it's something that would just make the game almost feel like once you get the max armor, there's stuff to do, right? I'm a dude who loves to 100% games, or like not 100%, but like play games to death almost. So that's the kind of shit that I would enjoy doing. We're gonna try and go to the Forgotten Temple, give this in progress sign to her, and see what happens. I'm curious. God, we have to kill so many spiders. I already went past it. I'll give my memories over to her. Hello. Okay, so we unlock the ancient gateway from this. End portal fragments. We've unlocked all the Quebec. So like this is cool. This is something I love. I think this is great. Like the 100%ing nature is cool. If these were like models you could spin and stuff like that of them, that would be better. But like for being an early development, the fact that there's like almost like this bestiary like discovery is something really cool. Yeah, I think the modeling is wonderful. The modeling of many of these are just really good. I do enjoy the factions. The fact that there's factions of things. Like the Trork. The Farron, I'm guessing, is a faction. That's not a faction. But, like, the Goblin faction, Scarrick. I don't know what a Void Taken is. Some cool... This is, like... I mean, there's probably some really cool mobs that we just don't know about. Alright, so you... I give you under construction sign. You give me under construction sign. Okay. You sell me simple stuff. Caesar salad's cute. Greater essence of life. Dough, spices, salt. So right now this is kind of all that's here, right? Is there's these two merchants, right? And there's a lot of stuff being worked on. Hello. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 buildings that are being worked on right now. Which, I mean, I'm curious to see what they got coming, right? That's the thing. I was like, there's so much content that they don't have in the game, and there's so much that they've labeled. Like, so, like, I think it was brave of them to label the content, because that means players were expecting that to be added, right? If they were to drop some of that, there's people that'll notice. So, I mean, they seem very dedicated to what they're doing. Alright, I am curious. I want to see what this ancient gateway does. Alright, so it's from the Arcanist's Workshop, which I don't have, I don't think, yet. That's something that... Okay. Oh, I can craft it. Essence of the Void Linen, scraps, thorium ingots. Let's make it. Now, I originally thought, I'm not gonna lie, I thought this was an enchantment table. So, if it's not... Yo, what? Teleporter. Ancient gateway. Work in progress. Does that mean it's... Oh no, there are things there. Like, there is, you can access it. Curiouser and Decuriouser. I'm gonna put you here because I think it's cute. So you can actually access the gate. Gonna need to make a new crossbow. I was gonna try and wait until I had it upgraded, because then I could use the... Is it not nighttime? Bro, I can't get out. Alright. Move you over here. There we go. Just to glitch where it was. Okay. So, our goal for today, we need spiders. To kill spiders. Or snakes. Could do snakes. Let's go this way. Because at the same time, I am still kind of looking for this desert. Because we're missing a ton of mobs. And that makes sense, because we have missed an entire zone. But the Ancient Gateway. Alright, they said they're adding dungeons to the game. Which is interesting for a single-player world. Right? Sandbox dungeon crawler. Interesting. I don't necessarily know how it's going to work. but I'm curious. I think that I have the utmost confidence in the Hypixel team for creating good dungeons, though. Because I have, in fact, played Skyblock. And they are the highest quality, most intense dungeons I have ever played. In Minecraft. So before Hytale launched, I was trying to get into the mood of like playing Minecraft. So I started and I was playing. If any of you know the Mr. Epic, I was playing his server, OG Network, and I was playing his RPG survival game mode, right? And I'm not gonna lie, I delved right in. I loved it. Okay, I played it for about a week, and I logged like 40 hours into it. It was crazy. I played way more than I should have. And it was great. It was amazing. I actually spent about 2 days building this gigantic castle, right? Like mega build. And I spent probably a good 12, 13 hours building it, and like just the exterior, building and texturing it. And that was 3 days ago, right? I started that on a Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and I built that. And I kind of logged off for a little bit because I just moved back to college, right? Because I'm here now. I'm back in college. I got a message from the Discord server of the OG Network Discord, and it said, "Hey guys, sorry for the inconvenience. One of our admins kind of messed up, right? Where they did something that basically caused one of the files to not have a limit. So it kept expanding and expanding and expanding until they ran out of disk space, until it corrupted the world." Right? Now, I ran a realm, which is not the same thing as running a server, but I have to say, you know, little things are different. Pumpkin pie, apple pie. Oh, there's recipes. He sells Caesar salad. Cute, cute, cute. We are going to grab all of this because it gives so much essence of life. And they tell me, they're like, "Hey, we kind of had to reset our area," right? I'm like, "All right." And I'm thinking, I'm like, "Okay." And then I read the message, and it keeps going until it says, "Thankfully, we have a backup." And I'm like, "Well, of course you have a backup. Why wouldn't you, right?" I ran realms for a little bit, which is, I know is not as like intense as running an entire survival server, but like you always have a backup, right? You don't know what's gonna happen. It says the backup is from 2 days ago, and I'm like, "Okay, all right." And I'm playing Hytale, and my friend logs on to check the server to see where his progress lies, and he's like, "Jackson," he's like, "just so you know, the entire castle is gone. Leveled to the ground. Nothing's there." And I'm like, "Wonderful. Terrific," right? I just put in 14 hours of work into building this thing that just got erased because somebody messed up. I'm not, like, really happy about it, but, you know, I guess. Like, I literally wasn't even done it. So I was kind of pissed because I had been working. And, like, even the day before, I had been, like, talking with my girlfriend about how I was doing the insides and stuff like that. And literally the only thing I have from that castle is See if I can find it. All I have from from the castle is this picture, which was I built on a wall. was my face. This was from the throne room. That's all I have left of it. So, you know. It's not good here. I don't need copper. Alright. Corn. And that was like genuinely my first time ever building a mega build in Minecraft. So now I'm kind of just like turned off from doing it again. I also just like don't have the time now that I'm at school. I was able to do it because I was on break. Alright, we're in our blue biome over here. Alright, finally a swamp. That's what I was looking for. Alright, you can kill snakes over here. Alright, so these guys will drop plenty of venom sacks for us. And we should be able to find a good amount of them here. Merman. Grab some medium leather while I'm here. And I'm pretty sure to create thorium stuff, you also need venom. Pretty sure. At least these guys don't have lasting effect poison. Like the spiders do. There's another one. Just kind of gonna wait for them to respawn. Wonderful. We're at 19. Is there any logged, like, wiki of Hytale? That's what I kind of want to see. Is Hytale wiki updated? Doubt. Doubt. Items. Okay, come on. This does not look updated. This is so not updated. So, Skyblock has this huge game. It's a huge game. There's a lot of stuff going on in Skyblock. Thankfully, the wiki exists. There is no wiki for this game, so you kind of just gotta wander and hope you know what you're doing, or figure it out on the way. Which can be fun at times, but you also feel roadblocked when you have absolutely no idea what you're doing. Or, better yet, when you think there might be a better way of doing things, but you have nowhere to find out. Oh, there's a snake over there. Because I kind of want to find out if... I kind of want to find out what the crafting recipes for the thorium stuff is, because... Is that published anywhere? Thorium daggers. Hytale. Bisect has some stuff. Okay. Oh! Bisect has some info. Thorium daggers. Thorium ingot, medium leather, linen scraps. With that too. Okay. They seem to do nothing. Nothing important. Okay. Bow. Short bows. Alright. Thorium, short bow. Linen, medium leather, thorium. You don't need... You don't need any venom for that. Okay. That makes me feel better. Because I'm going to make thorium stuff just because I need... Like, I've used basically all of my copper. Or not copper, cobalt. I used all my cobalt on making the armor. I still have so much thorium. I have like over 100 thorium. I still have no clue where the desert is. See, my one friend, he shits on the daggers, bro. They're just the best movement, and they're the best items. He's a mace fan, or battle axe fan, sorry. I'm sorry, you can't do this kind of movement with the battle axes. Now, I wouldn't be opposed to carrying daggers and a battle axe. But I just see no world where, like, I need the battle axe and I can't use a mace or a bow. I find that suspect. The one thing I do think is missing, though, is I really wish there was a... Is that emerald? That is emerald. I wish there was more rarities of the crossbow. So the crossbow is only an iron right now, and I have to say, it is awesome. You can load 6 shots into it, and you can fire 6 shots. It's great. Okay? It eats arrows, but that's like kind of like its debuff, that it just sucks arrows out of you. Like the con of using it is that it's really costly on ammo, but it is amazing. Okay, the only criticism I have of it is that it only, or when you load it, when you load the crossbow with the six bolts, and switch to another item, it doesn't stay loaded. So you have to, when you switch to the crossbow, you have to still pull back, which usually the plus of a crossbow is that you can have it loaded and switch to it and fire it almost like a gun. But you can't here. And it only comes in iron. So, I mean, an iron's not the best metal. So, if you want a bow in any higher metal, you can't craft a crossbow. Alright. So, we now have the appropriately needed blacksmith. Okay, so we have this. Now we just need the 20 iron. And we can upgrade you. Awesome. Alright. Okay. Yeah, so for our dual daggers, we need... Oh. So for an item that's so poison-based, it would have been so cool if they were poison, right? If they inflicted poison. So we need thorium. What else do we need? We need the bow, too. Thorium bow. So we need 14 thorium. Which is fine, because I have so much. So much essence of life. So much. do that. Alright, so then over here, we'll craft thorium bow. And our thorium daggers. Which are excellent upgrades to both of these items. Which actually, we're going to just scrap all of this. Because it gives back so much. I wonder if the Torque stuff has recipes. Because you can't craft it, you can only find it. Okay, so stack you, stack you, stack you. Linen scrap will stack here. Alright, and then over here, we will put you. Actually, no. Yeah, then where's my you and you? Put in there. Okay. Charcoal's basically useless. Not gonna lie. Alright, so now that we have a new bow, I do need to craft new arrows, though. Which you need the rubble and sticks for? I think, if I remember correctly. Yes. Which I always craft 3 stacks. That's good enough. Okay. Okay. We are doing good. Got all this. No memories on hold. What are these 2 things? Alright. So, now that we did that, we can either go get adamantium or go look at the ancient gateways. Thorium, Essence of the Void, which, I'm not gonna lie, I just haven't found void mobs. They only spawn at night, and only spawn in the grasslands, I think. Might be wrong. I know they only spawn at night. Alright, so we need... What do these cost? They all cost thorium. That's interesting. Alright. That's probably the Void of Heart. I think Void Heart, I think, actually is an RNG drop from Void mobs. All of them. Because if you read the description of it, this is the part where playing games that have no wiki is sometimes fun. The still beating heart of a greater denizen of the void. Not all creatures are born of the void, yet even those taken and corrupted may bear this same shriveled heart, which likely means that all mobs have a drop chance for it. All void mobs, that is, I'm sorry. But it's just a very low chance, which is that's how I read that. So we need void mobs. I'm thinking we just go venture off into the place to see if we can find adamantium. Straight up. Or wait for the sun to go down. It's going down anyway. Hunt some void mobs. Get some essence of the void. That's what I'm thinking. Look at me. Look so cool. Yeah, because so they have different armor sets. So they have Cobalt and Thorium are the two armor sets. They're both the same tier of armor. Cobalt provides you defense against physical damage, while Thorium provides you defense against poison damage. I don't know how effective poison is. I mean, the only mobs to my knowledge that affect poison are spiders, cave spiders, and snakes. Which, unless you're massacring them, or there's a spider dungeon I don't know about, or something like that, I don't find the thorium armor to be that, useful. Meanwhile, the cobalt armor gives you physical defense, which pretty much everything is hitting you except archers and mages. So I find thorium armor, or cobalt armor, to be far more useful. I mean, IMO, it gives projectile resistance, which the other one does too, but it gives physical resistance, which is the big thing. So overall, my defense is 32%. These other slots here, they make me think there's charms or artifacts or something, which I guarantee you are not in the game right now, but are in the works. Which again is something that I think that an RNG drop that's charms, stuff Terraria has. I mean that's a good survival game has some very rare drops that when you get them you don't really know they're coming. You're like, oh. Now I mean they might be in the game and I just don't know. Right, because I have not actually hopped in the creative mode and looked in the inventory to see what even exists. So I wanted to kind of keep it a secret, I guess. I don't know, like a surprise, kind of like a do your own thing. Because I wanted to explore and learn about this game on my own, and I found it so useful. I think this is so great. Wow. So I have my monitor has 1,000 FPS, 30 FPS, 60 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 FPS, night vision, like on it. So I see on my right what my screen actually looks like, but my screen is far lighter on the left. Come on, bro. It's like straight up nighttime right now. There's just roaming skeletons. I want to get out of zone 1, I guess. Maybe then they'll spawn. Maybe they don't spawn at zone 1. Ooh, new mob. Now keep in mind, my yappage is just that. It is straight up yappage. Okay. Again, I said to myself, I did not actually look around at creative and see what actually exists in this game. I'm playing it out on my own, right? So if I'm saying that this, yada yada should be added, this should be added, and then I learn that it's actually in the game, good for me, good for them, right? Good for everyone, right? But I'm just saying, like, from playing, this is the small stuff that I noticed that could improve gameplay, right? Okay. So we're going this way. I also would really appreciate, and this is something that definitely is not in the game, I would appreciate it if I could see that bestiaria you get in the Forgotten Temple from your menus. That would be nice, because, like, for instance, like the Void Heart or something like that, right? That's stuff that is only dropped by these Void mobs. I don't know off the top of my head what these Void mobs are. Right? Some of them, like I mean, obviously that's a Void mob. The things I just fought were Void mobs. I don't know if, like, the Paladin over there is a Void mob. Obviously, the general theory is anything that looks really creepy is a Void mob. At least that's my running theory. Oh, there's so many of them. Oh, you're still alive? Alright. Where are you? Come here. Okay. Because we need to collect this Essence of the Void, because I need it to craft the Ancient Gateway. Which, if we're talking about lore, is probably how you get to the Void, which is where all these guys come from. Come on. There we go. There we go. Alright, so I've got quite the few now. 24 Void Essence. Pretty good. Clearly they spawn a lot in these woods, so let's keep looking. I don't remember how many I needed, but I think it was more. Or I might have enough already, but either way, more is not an issue. Hello, you're definitely a Void mob. Whoa, hey bro. You were not invited to the party, I'm not gonna lie. All right. No, kind of make our way back. Mission success. I was just seeing if I saw a desert. I think I've been around these parts before. Yeah, and I mean, I know how, like, they got their own, they have a ton of ideas that they want to implement. I think that this is, I mean, a really great base game to be working with, especially to add a ton of new things, right? Content is definitely not their issue because they have so much planned. Um, there's just little tweaks that I think players want. I know me personally, a weird gripe that I have is the map. The map is great. I think a built-in actual map system is terrific because that's one thing that Minecraft does not have, and it's one of the first mods that pretty much anyone downloads is a mini map or like a Zeros mod or something like that. But they have a built-in map. The only thing is their map is strange because it gives you this circular area around your character and doesn't really evolve with what you explore. There's a desert. Oh crap. I was looking for you. Oh, we need thorium. Alright, so do we do one of these? I'm thinking... crafting an ancient gateway. Alright. How big are you? Not that big. Hold the fragment key when interacting with this block to unlock the ancient gateway. Okay. So we need a fragment key now, which... let's craft the most basic one, because I don't really know what I'm walking into here. This might be like a hyper endgame thing that you do after you get adamantium. So we're going to find out. 30 Essence of Life, 10 Thorium. Alright. Shit. Okay. Okay. So now if we put you... wait, first of all... put you over here. I'll put you in here. Okay. So if we put this baddie... fragment key... in here. This feature is under development. Time limit 6 minutes. An occasion of mage tower may be found here. A Farron values freedom above all else. There's nowhere that can... okay. A Farron values freedom above all else, and nowhere is that freedom embodied more than in the winds of Windrider Valley. Jeez. It was here that they sought refuge in the darkest years of their history, setting up camps where the towering canyon walls might hide them from view. The energies within this fragment have yet to take their final form. All you encounter within lore, function, and form awaits its true shape. Alright, so these are the mini dungeons that were added with launch. I did not know if these were going to be added and finished by the time the game came out. But they are. So this is supposed to be almost like... Oh! It crashed my game. Awesome. Wonderful. Okay. Let's try this again, shall we? Did it crash while fading me in, and then it's going to land me inside the world? That's what I have a feeling. I have a feeling it's just going to spawn me inside the Wind Rider Valley. Nope. So it consumed my fragment and didn't let me in. So we'll try it one more time. We need one more. Oh, I was worried these wouldn't be finished. I believe I may have been right. It's okay, though. Please don't crash again. Please don't crash. Please don't crash. Please don't crash. That's crazy. What if I just grab this? That's crazy. Okay. Well, that stinks. Wasted a good amount of thorium on that. Okay. What was this place called? Windrider Valley or something? Yeah. All right. Okay. So instead of doing that, we will. I'm trying to log this so I can send it to them on Twitter. I know that sounds stupid, but they're collecting glitches. When did this happen? Let's go. Okay, so instead of doing that, since we can't, we're gonna go do adamantium. We hit left, go this way. Well, at least we have an ancient gateway when they work. Right? Whoa! Shoot. They did say work in progress. Alright. So instead we'll do this. And I also want to build a farm. Or at least look into farming. I know there's not much to it, but nonetheless. Alright, so we got big scary looking place over here, right? No. Go around this way first. Sorry, got like generational yappage going on. I'm curious to know if ancient gateways don't work at all, or if it's just a crashing error with something on me. Like if I had like an item on me I wasn't supposed to have, or if I had like a... If it was the fact that I was wearing cobalt armor, or like something like that. Like the cape maybe. Like I'm curious. What is this? What did I stumble upon? Am I looking at Terraria's dungeon? Where's the dungeon guardian at? Oh, there's my skeleton mages. I heard you were scary. Okay. Interesting. Where am I? I'm like in an underground area that's specifically skeleton based. Is it this whole area or is it just a cave? Oh, it keeps going. I can't go through doors. Okay. Is there a loot here? There's gotta be, right? Oh, hello. Okay, let's see if I can parkour up here. Alright, what you got? Corn. Lesser healing. Pretty good. Not really, but, you know. Free is free. Some spider sex. I want more of those mages, because I know they have a chance of dropping the books, I think. I think they can drop spell books. Alright. These are cool looking. Is there something up there? That's just a cave. It just looks like cave generation. Okay. Go this way. Yeah. Some yucky looking sacks. What's in here? Just skeletons. Oh, that did not sound good. Did it just blow up, or like... Did it spawn something? Because it blew up, but... That sounded like it would have spawned something. Oh, hello. It's curious. This is like a skeleton dungeon. It's cute. It's cool looking. Pot's got nothing in them, though. See, all these coffins. Do they have, like, a chance of dropping something good? Or is it, like, literally you're just opening coffins for fun? Curious. Because, like, I'm always down to just, like, grab these coffins. Some behind you. See, like, oh, they decay on their own. See, it looks like I'm angering something. Listen to that. Unless that's just like the breaking noise. Is there a boss at the end of this? Oh, that hurt. Gotta build back up now. Alright. Staircase going up. My bad, I found an end portal, chat. Copper shield. I'm curious what this lost civilization is. And did they just like naturally just build their stuff with a bunch of gravestones and stuff on it? Is this supposed to be one of their crypts? Blue cave weed. What do you drop? Bookshelf. I was wondering if he was going to drop the block or books. I already looted you. That's just a cave. I mean, not gonna lie. It is fun just killing things. It is pretty fun just killing stuff. That's where I fell. Alright, this is where I came from. So if I go this way... New room. Oh. It's a shame that everything's like the same loot boxes, but like that's cool. Oh. I see. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna go... We'll go this way. Oh, got a lot of monsters. Skeleton Knight. New mob. See, I definitely feel like there's supposed to be a boss here, but I don't think there is a boss in Hytale. Just like an area with a bunch of loot. Oh. Oh. I did make that. See, this is such a cool dungeon, right? The only thing about it is that it doesn't seem like there's actually any purpose to be doing this because the loot that I'm getting is so unbearably mid. And like that might be like a early access thing. Like that they just haven't developed like a decent loot pool for this stuff. But like there's no like there's no exclusive drops or items or anything from any of these mobs that make me say, I really want to go find one of these things, right? Like, I understand this is not, I'm sure this is not supposed to be, like, the rarest thing in the world, but I want one of these. Oh, damn, these things are tough. I understand this is probably not supposed to be the rarest area in the world, but like when I go into an ancient city, I'm looking for something. Hell, when I go into a mine shaft in Minecraft, I'm looking for... See, these are boss doors. There better be a boss behind this. I'm sorry. They're doing the Mega Man go inside the first door, then go inside the second door before the boss room kind of thing. Another banner. Lost Civilization. Oh, yes, there's a boss. Oh, yes. This guy better drop something. Now, I have fought this guy before. This guy actually spawns naturally in the overworld. This is awesome. IMO. You should open the coffin and it should drop something. Or, hear me out. You should open the coffin and it should spawn him. That should be how you spawn him. You open the coffin, shit starts shaking, and he appears. 100%. That would... I'm not gonna lie. I would have crawled up onto this thing and been a little bit terrified if I was gonna open one of those things. Now those guys, they're beefers, man. They tank hits, but again, what do I like? What is the purpose of me being here? To get bones? There's no bones. There's no, or sorry, there's nothing to do with bones. There's no bone armor. Right? You can't craft the armor these guys are wearing from bones. That guy didn't drop anything. Dropped literally nothing of use. Nothing that I would ever consider coming here for, right? Nothing like of general use. I mean, I can get a ton of linen scrap, I guess. But like, amazing, cool dungeon, right? With a boss that's, you know, mediocre because I guess he spawned. Like the fact that he spawns in the overworld is what ruins it. But like, really cool dungeon, really cool things going on. See, and that was like supposed to be, I'm guessing, a rare spawn in a dungeon. And even though it's a rare spawn, I kind of still just want to go away from it. Because although it was cool, I guess, like, there's nothing there. Why would I go loot it? Right? Like, they have a lot. There's a lot to this game. Like, I did not expect that. Not gonna lie. I was 100% convinced there wasn't gonna be a boss. That it was just gonna be like a little, like, Terraria style bullshit area. But no, the fact that they actually had full boss doors, boss chamber, everything. Now, is that guy just a placeholder for something? Maybe. But my recommendation is either replace him with another mob, or I think he's a fine mob. I actually do. I think he's an okay mob to do it. I think the thing that needs to happen, though, is he needs to, one, spawn from a trigger. It needs to be a triggered spawn, right? So that you can't do what I just did. Right? Because I walked in, I said, oh, look at this guy. And then I just shot him from afar. Right? I should not technically be given the chance to do that. Right? So if you let... I forget even how I got underground. If you let the player walk up, interact with, let's say, a gold-studded coffin or a copper-studded coffin because you're wearing copper, right? Then it's on the player. The onus is on the player to walk up and spawn the boss, which gives them the opportunity to, if they want to set up, let's say, like, if I wanted to, let's say, oh, I know there's a boss coming up. I don't know what it is because there's not a wiki or anything, but I don't know what it is. So I'm going to set up just a little quick fight arena. Or, like, say, I'm going to set up, like, a safe point for me, just in case this guy's tough. Then they can go and they can set up a spot where they can cheese the boss, instead of me being able to just open the door and cheese the boss. Right? But then again, you ask yourself, why would you even want to cheese the boss? What do you get out of fighting him? Nothing. Right? And that's, I think, the core of my one tiny frustration with the game, which is fine because it's early access. Like, it's not on them. This stuff will be added. There's a ton of shit in this game, and there's a lot's going on. Like, you can do so many different things. There's so many different mobs, but they all drop the same items. All the mobs drop the same items. All crafting recipes use the same items. There's no exclusive items to things. Like, all there is the zones. And, like, even then, like, they don't necessarily do, like, when you play, like, games like Grounded, right? The zones exist in Grounded, too. They're not called that, but they exist there, too. And there's tiers of items, right? So when you're trying to craft items made out of, like, you need stone to craft items, right? You can't just use any stone. Right? If you're crafting a tier 2 item, you need tier 2 stone, right? Like, I should not be able to just use, like, cobblestone for literally every single crafting recipe. I don't want this to come across as me just, like, shitting on the game, because I love this game. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sitting here and I'm playing it. I'm really genuinely enjoying it. I think this is a extremely well-made game, and they have far surpassed what I thought they were going to do with Hytale. did I put my... Right here. And of course there's that banner glitch. The banner glitch is annoying because I wanted to kind of place like cool looking banners, but it's all good. Awesome. Awesome looking. Alright, so adamantium, right? That's what we were going for before I got preoccupied. So I need to go to the Zone 4 and Zone 2 still. Zone 2 we know is south. And we just haven't gone south yet. It's beneath the blueberry forest. I do appreciate the teleporters. Gotta say. I think the teleporters, they know exactly what they're doing with that. Because that is something that people absolutely love. And I think that that's something that people are going to eat up. I just... Like... Besides the building aspect of, like, if I were going to make builds... I don't know what I would need teleporters for, right? Because there's nothing that I need, right? There's nothing to grind, right? Like, let's say if I wanted to, like, I don't know, cross to the adamantium area very quickly, I could set up a teleporter, but that's not something you need permanently, right? Like, you could just set up the teleporter and that's it. I mean, you could set up teleporters to each of the zones, I guess, right? But I mean, other than that, where do you actually need to go? Because there's not exclusive items anywhere, right? It's not like I'm trying to craft a sand bone. Is this? This is how I got underground, right? This thing. From a lost civilization graveyard area. Can I write on this? Oh, hello. Yeah, this is cute. This is the kind of stuff that's really cool. Like structures like this is stuff people like. So Zone 4 is supposed to be like what? Like a volcanic wasteland? That's kind of what we're dealing with here. We're getting there. I was like, is there some twerk dudes over here? What are you? I didn't unlock the mob. Sag. Unless that doesn't count as another mob. It was following him. There's a chest around here, right? I thought there was a chest that spawned in these Torque camps. Torque. Oh. It's like Viking stuff. Ooh, you know what else I was thinking about? Like a tiny change that would be really nice. If they had avatar slots. So you could like switch between skins. Like in the menu. Like the main menu. Because I would love to be able to swap between like different themed skins. And I hate comparing this to Minecraft because it's not Minecraft, but that's the only thing I can think of right now. Do you know, like in Minecraft Bedrock, how you can switch in like a menu and it shows your different skin combos because they used to have like a character customizer? They used to. I think they still do. No one uses it. You can, like, you were able to switch between the different styles of, or the different skins that you've made or the skins that you've purchased, right? And I think that that would benefit this quite a bit, specifically because of the amount of we're slowly but surely making our way there. Especially because of the amount of character customization choices there are, because the customization for your character in this game is terrific. It's honestly wonderful. Are there enchants? Like a variation? Like modifiers, something like that? When I saw the... Like, I don't know. I mean, there's not a table for them, I don't think. But when I saw the... What are you? You look very important. When I saw the... Come on, Jackson. When I saw the essences... Right, the ice essence, the void essence, all of that. It made me think of when you can do like old school like elemental weapons. Like it made me think that there was going to be some sort of elemental weapon system, because I mean, well, there's different. You know, you can collect essences, and you know that's something that's not uncommon for games like this. So I was kind of thinking there would be a way that you can make elemental weapons, and that was kind of like the way you can enchant them. Because, like, there's got to be a way to make weapons, like, break less. And I thought I remembered seeing, like, a variation of Fortune before Hytale came out. I might be wrong. Alchemist's Workbench. Chef's Stove. I don't have this. I never crafted that. Alchemist's Workbench. Okay, so I saw people talk about a unreleased workbench that they found, and I'm wondering if that was here. Whoa, guys, chill out. I'm wondering if that was here, because hide will take. Yo! There's a lot of these guys. There's a lot of these guys. They come in waves. Because there was a lot of stuff that I saw, and I was thinking, oh, and it was custom. I saw, and it was a post that I saw on the Reddit, and they had grabbed a thing that looked like it was a wood chopper or something like that. I forget what the actual title of the item was, but they had it, and it was a crafting station that was kind of blank, right? And in the crafting station was nothing. You couldn't really do anything, but it was marked as a developer item. So I kind of want to find it, and it had the same vibes as the stuff that's around here, which is why I'm saying this. Yo, bro, you're so... I'm pretty sure these guys can drop weapons, which, again, would be amazing, right? RNG drop of a weapon from one of these guys would be really cool. Like, this guy just dropped a shield, so clearly, like, there is built-in stuff. And, like, I mean, maybe I'm just yapping for something that's already in the game, but, I mean, I don't know if it's in the game. There's not a wiki. I need to do a backpack upgrade. Alright, well, he's gone. What we got up here? Nothing much. There's a chest. Repair kit's always fun. Take some iron, I guess. Narrow. What is that? Small overgrown temple chest. It looks like it's supposed to be something special, but you open it and it gives you things that are absolutely the same as every other chest. So, I don't know. Absolutely zero loot differentiation. Again, tower looked like it was supposed to be something cool. What did I get out of it? Nothing. A lot of mobs. You would not be able to do this with easy armor. Or without armor. But you get nothing for going in it. Unless I'm missing something. But I doubt that I'm missing something in every single place I go. Right? I'm a big collector, so I want armor stands. Or like some way to display your armor, right? Armor display stand. But there's no reason to display your armor if you can't modify it in any way. Is there a downstairs portion? I feel like there totally was. I mean, the world is beautiful. The entire generation of the world is gorgeous. So downstairs. Right here, wait, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I will be back. All right. Sorry for the wait. Going back in. So, I mean, I'm not going to lie. With a lot of the stuff I've talked about, I think it's just true. What we're working with here is a game with amazing dungeons. Okay? You can clearly tell that the game creator is... You can clearly tell that the game creator and the studio behind this is very accustomed to creating experiences, dungeons, and things like that in Minecraft. Right? Because that's what this is. It honestly is just a gigantic, amazing dungeon crawler sandbox. But it is seriously lacking something that a lot of other dungeon crawlers have, which is worthwhile loot. There is no reason to explore these dungeons. Absolutely none. And I don't know if the ancient gateways are supposed to be like that, where they're not, like where they're not working, like if they're supposed to not be enabled, and then I just happen to just do something that crashed my game, or if they are supposed to be enabled. Either way, I would kind of worry that the ancient gateways don't have much better loot, right? Because everything that I've seen from here is the same. I'm sure it has more mobs, which is great for my bestiary and everything. But at the same time, I don't see a reason to go do that because all of the loot feels the same. Right? Why would I go defeat some, like, eternal void skeleton if it's going to drop the exact same bones that a normal one would? Alright. I don't know what the gateways have. I'm just shooting shot. I don't know. Or ice skeletons, I guess. And the Boreal fighters. Yo, chill out. Where is... I know there's a level 4 area right here, but I want to know if there's a better one. Is there a bigger one somewhere? Yo. These guys can't even access water. There's another temple over here. You know, something funny. I'm pretty sure... yeah. It's ridiculous. That's what I'm saying with they let you know that things are coming. Like, they did not need to make that. They could have just not made it generate. But they chose to make it generate because they want you to know that that kind of shit is coming. Right? So I go explore the tier 4 little island over here? Or do I keep looking? Because I feel like I want to keep looking, but it's right there. You know? Lobster? Okay. I have no idea where the tier 4 is. Zone 4, I know there's a little island I can go to that has it, but I don't think that's going to get... not going to get out of it what I want from going to other ones. Or going from a bigger area. I know there's a bigger area, and it's next to the tundra. But I think the tundra is a little north. Which, I mean, would make me think that there then is good, like I should run into it, right? There it is. Yep. Curious what kind of mobs are here. Oh, that looks awesome. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't even touched the ocean yet. There may be something in the ocean that I haven't even looked at yet. Because I know there's so many aquatic mobs that I haven't found. But I don't know if there's scuba gear. I remember in the original Hytale promo they had scuba gear that was there. I just don't know if that's actually a thing. And Simon asked earlier today to all the people who've been playing Hytale, he asked, you know, what are 5 small additions that you want to the game that would make the game better, right? That you think would make the game better. He's making like a list of small little adjustments he can make that aren't gigantic, huge game updates, right? And among these like ridiculous claims that a lot of people had, there was one that really stood out that I realized I didn't even think about. There's no boats. Which, you know, was kind of mind-boggling to me because the game itself, I'm not going to lie, has a lot of water. The thing it does not have is connecting rivers. That is something that Minecraft has a lot of. And that's why I don't know if they need boats, but there are some huge oceans. Like this. Like there's some gaping oceans. I mean, it's getting dark even for me on my screen. Can't imagine what it's like for you guys right now. Charred woodlands. Alright, well, let's grab my torch out. Oh, just one of these skull guys. Yeah. Alright, do we think there's any good loot here? See? Remember I told you they spawn on the thing? There's a paladin right there. That was the boss of the skeleton dungeon right there. What is this thing? Version of a magmatoad? The worst mob in this entire game, by the way. Actually the most annoying mob that exists are those magmatoads. They drop nothing. They literally just exist to annoy you. This is a really cool biome. What is that? That's some kind of ore. This is a really cool biome. Like, this is what I'm saying. Is like their generation's top notch. Like, this is amazing. What is this? Red crystals. Not even sure what the crystals do. Oh, cool. Yeah, I mean, I don't even know what the crystals do exactly. So, I have a ton of the green ones. And they're clearly some kind of magic, like, variant. But I don't necessarily know what. How do I cross this? Just rusted soldiers. There's a lot of mobs that are just copies of higher level mobs. Like, they're just high tier mobs they threw in this area. Like, do you know in Grounded when you go to... I don't know if you guys played it. At the very end of Grounded, you go into the Undershed lab. And apart from a few, the Undershed area is just a giant thing that is all of the hardest mobs together. That's all it is. That's what it seems like this area is. They have a version of the Rhino Toad here, which is interesting, I guess. Because everyone loved the Magma Toad so much. Alright, I want to kill this thing, though. So much health. How are you still alive? There we go. Is that light leather? Tell me that's light, bro. Tell me that's light. Heavy. Okay. I was like, there's no way. So what is that I just killed? It doesn't tell me. Sorry, guys. Alright. Do we think it's friendly? Are you friendly? Can I ride you? Yes. Cool. Alright. What are you? I can't shoot a bow from my horse? Burnt skelly. So that's where you get the cinder cloth. This makes sense. This makes sense. So I'm curious, what creatures live in these little villages? Okay, so this area has its own landscaped biomes. So, like, it's not just, like, a magma biome. But, like, this is like a magma hillscape. There was a magma forest over there. This is a magma desert. Reminds me of the Crimson from Terraria. If you know what I'm talking about, how that corrupts all of the areas, and there's, like, variants of the biomes that are all... And they have its own variants. It's like... This is the kind of stuff that, like, that's cool. They added their own variation of cattle, an undead cow. What do we think it drops? Hide and meat, 100%. Hide, meat. Now, this one actually drops beef, which is kind of crazy. Because, you know, beef just turns into the same wild meat. Which I'm okay with. I'm okay with all the meat turning into the same meat because that just makes it easy to stack. But... you know, think I've already gotten these guys before. Hey, bro. Alright, so who do you think lives in these little huts? I say little huts, but it's like an entire village. Yo. We have like guardian paladins here, bro. Hmm. Gotta go up the Minecraft way. Can I not collect my water? Damn! Damn! That stinks. What we got going on here? I don't know why I was expecting like very dangerous mobs. What are you? Ruined statue. Okay. No. What is this? Is this ash? Ash and sand. Are they going for like the Pompeii aesthetic? Where it's like a city that's like been toppled by the volcano. It's kind of what it feels like, right? What are you? Simple square painting. They got furnaces and everything. Some creepy odd books. What's up here? Ancient steel helmet. I do necessarily enjoy the found items. I think they're cool. And if they had like set bonuses, that would be cool. Like it would make them useful. Like for instance, these ancient steel cobalt shortbow. Like for instance, the ancient steel stuff, like all of that is all found equipment. You can't craft it. And that's okay. But I only think it's okay because like if it would be okay if it was needed, like if you really were gonna use it, it would be kind of annoying. But since you're just basically gonna scrap it anyway, because I mean, what does it do? Physical and projectile, it's just worse version of cobalt. I mean, since that's the case, you're just gonna end up scrapping it anyway. If they gave them set bonuses or, you know, made it so that once you unlocked it, or once you got it for the first time, you unlocked it as a crafting recipe, that would be kind of cool. Seeing like the same 3 mobs. Although that guy looks kind of... Yo, chill out, bro. That thing looks fun. That thing looks very fun. Is that an actual item? Just gives you charcoal? Alright, well. I'll take some charcoal. If it drops that scythe, that would be so cool. How much HP do you think this guy has? Wraith. Alright. So obviously you can go mining here, and that's how you get the adamantium. I'm guessing. Since mithril doesn't exactly exist, I don't think, in the world. I also haven't found a use for silver. I don't know if it does anything. Yo. Is that the same thing, actually? I got excited for a second. Nah, it's the same thing. Thought it was a new mob. Damn it. Whatever. Go see these wraiths. Yo, chill out, cows, bro. These cows are trying to croak me, bro. Genuinely. Oh. So we deal a lot of damage. So the Lancer can juggle me? It's kind of crazy. So there are actual magmatoads here. What are you? See this slug thing? Oh, that's adamantium. You passive? Who died? What did it drop? Why'd I even ask? Oh my gosh. Alright. What are you? You have a gun? So we can craft guns in this game. That's what I'm hearing. What are you? Burnt zombie. Wonder how much you need for armor. You needed quite the few of cobalt to make armor. This is actually easier to get than cobalt was. Cobalt was kind of a pain in the ass to get, not gonna lie. This you just have to fight the occasional annoying creature alongside in this barren wasteland. You can mine it off the surface, which is nice. Which I take as a dub. It's no. There's some cobalt in my adamantium. Yeah, there's more. So now we're just dealing with general fire enemies. So these are just general fire enemies from the hellish underworld dimension. Some grass here. With purple crystals? I don't understand what all these crystals do. Because I have a lot of them. And I keep finding more. Is each like a different kind of magic or something? What are you? Adamantium, where are you? People keep saying Mithril's not in the game. And there's armor in the game. Like, Mithril armor is in the game. Why would Mithril not be in the game? And if adamantium is found on the surface level of this biome, don't you think there's an ore underneath? That's all I'm saying. Why would they hide the best armor in the game just on the surface? They wouldn't, chat. They wouldn't. That's more adamantium. orange crystals. So we have 57 adamantium. I do not know if that is going to be enough to craft armor. In fact, I almost guarantee it's not enough to craft armor. Definitely not enough to craft armor and a bow and daggers. Yo, chill out. That's lava. Well, Gunner. You know what? Yeah, we can fight. Ranged on range. I win. Okay. Oh. Really not good. It's really not good. That's the first time I've fallen in lava, chat. Get away. Alright. So... still got some biomes to look at. Okay, so these logs are on fire. What are you called? Fire log. I've genuinely never heard a better name than this. I'll give them this. They're creative. This is lagging the crap out of my game. Alright. I'm thinking this is the end of the road for me today, chat. I want to thank you all for watching. I will do more Hytale in the future. I am very happy with this game, and I like it a lot. And I cannot wait to see where they're going to bring it. Alright. I love you all. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. I guess the camera's right here, right? Have a wonderful